Hello and welcome everyone to today's session. I hope you're all doing good. Today we want to talk a little bit about data warehousing. Yeah, my name is Lawrence.
And my name is Leonard. Like Lawrence already said, we want to talk about data warehousing. Particularly, we want to talk about the often read notice or the often read articles in magazines and tech blogs. Data warehouse is dead.
Yeah.
I think we all read about it, that data warehouses are dead. Maybe also because of data lakes and data lakehouse.
Yeah, I even need to laugh a little bit.
Yes.
I mean, you see it all the time, right? Especially at bigger conferences as well. People nowadays only talk about the data lake, about the data lake house, and these new technologies, I would say. They're not that new, right? Just a little bit more optimized, I would say.
But they are the solution for everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like we have a problem with our data quality. Yeah, it's a data lake solution. The problem is that traditional data warehouses maybe were a massive pain in some companies in the past. Maybe because of old technology, maybe because it was historically grown. Yeah. It's like I think most of the people who works in big companies know those phrases. It's like historically grown. Nobody knows exactly what happened there 20 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's not. Yeah, you cannot just say we do it completely new because nobody really understands it. The data warehouse forces you how you want to work and stuff like this. And
yeah,
but we really don't think so, to be honest, that it's that way, because even with data lake houses, you can really have those pain again as well.
Yeah, I think it's understandable that people talk so much about the data lake and data lake houses. I think there are a lot of benefits with the freedom, with schema on read, but I think why people sometimes think the data warehouse is such a pain is in the end data quality. There's so much business logic and requirements into a data warehouse, which you just don't do in a data lake typically. You just dump it in, you get some data swarms in the end. If you don't manage it correctly, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you in the end have no clean data. And I don't think that the solution is to cut the data warehouse out. I think that's not even an option.
Yes.
Because you still need the reliability and trust into your data. I think more what we see and what we preach here for years now at Scale Free and with Data World 2.0 is a architecture that benefits from both worlds in the end.
Yes. I already did another video going in this direction, so that if we don't want to talk about data warehousing only anymore, and also not about data lake housing anymore, but about data platforms, because what we think is that data warehouse is not dead and the data warehouse is not the problem. The problem is just how you handle your data and how you handle your data warehouse. And when you start combining the advantages of the data lakehouse and the advantages of the data warehouse, so have, for example, like Lawrence said, the reliability of the data warehouse with the agility and the possibilities for machine learning and AI from a data lakehouse. When you combine those, what we do in data world, when you have a look at the standard architecture of data world 2.0, this is basically what we do since, I don't know when 2.0 exactly, what we do for years now, that we say, okay, there is a data lake and it has advantages. There is a data warehouse and it has advantages, and we have to combine it.
Yeah. In the end, I mean, I like to say the data lake is in the end the source system for the data warehouse, right? So it should be your point where you load all your data, if structured, unstructured, get it all into your data lake, give it to your data scientists. And the data warehouse builds on top. It's the area where you have trusted data, where you have GDPR compliant data, where you have auditability, where you have all these things that the data warehouse brings, which a data lake just can't in the end. And it's not about one replacing the other or only this is the new truth, though. It's always buzzwords in IT, right?
Yes.
Something comes up, everybody wants data mesh, everybody wants to talk about it. Data lake, everybody wants to talk about it. But this is the new truth, the only way to do it. Yeah. But that's just not the way we see it here at Scale Free.
I think one of the problems why people think it nowadays is that the world has changed and the requirements, what you want from your data has changed.
Yeah.
A few years ago, there was not that much requirement for ML or for AI, for example. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, there are those requirements, and everyone wants to be AI enabled and ML enabled and stuff like this. And this is maybe where data warehouse has some disadvantages when you look at the data lake. When you see now, when you are from a governance point of view, maybe you say, okay, data lake is a completely catastrophe. However, it's the biggest pain we could ever have. And you really have to see where we're coming from, what are the new requirements, and then you will see that there's this combination is the solution in our point of view.
And we see that all the time, right? In projects, what you see a lot is you have such big data quality issues or just general rules that need to be applied before the data makes sense because it's just incorrect how it comes from the source system, that you clean it in the data warehouse and gets used from so many consumers. It's not just one report, it's 5 reports using the same core business object. And this is something you would, for example, also stream or push back to your data lake and provide it there for the data scientists because they also want the clean data. Sure, they also want to work with the source data, but you need some area for clean and reliable data. So I think it's just something that goes hand in hand nowadays, especially with the eyes on AI. This is in the end where it should go.
Absolutely. So this is why we as Scalefree, as I mentioned, prefer the term data platform. And I think this is the safest way when you talk about data analytics nowadays, because we don't know what's coming up in the next few years. We don't know. It will be the data lakehouse warehouse. We don't know. What we are sure about is that the data warehouse is not dead. It just has to change maybe, and we have to change our point of view, how we see the data warehouse and how we see our analytical platform we build now.
And it could also be that it gets more compromised, right? In the past, maybe you loaded everything into the data warehouse. Maybe this is not the way anymore. You only load what is really relevant for core reports, for core dashboards that need reliable data, that need auditability, that will get used by many users. But you have also data that you just don't need, right? There's the data lake enough, but the data lake comes in front of the data warehouse, essentially.
I think that rounds up pretty good.
Yeah.
And thank you.
I hope you liked this new format, a little bit different today.
If you want us to dive deeper into one of those topics, leave a comment in the section below. And if you're interested in how do you pick people up from where they are and how do you get them involved in your project, just follow the link below. And I'll see you next time.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.